I'm London Breed. I am president of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors and soon to be mayor of the city and county of San Francisco.
Congratulations.
London Breed says it's been an honor to serve as mayor of her hometown. But
it's been crisis after crisis after crisis.
It is with profound sadness that I confirm Mayor Edwin M. Lee passed away early this morning.
Thrust into the spotlight following the sudden death of Mayor Ed Lee, Breed was tested early and often as mayor, most notably having to lead the city through a pandemic.
Please, for all of us, make smart decisions.
When it mattered, when we needed to save lives, I really feel proud that I was able to step up and help lead this city.
So you feel like you're turning over the city to the mayor-elect in a better state than where you found it?
I think so. Overdose deaths are declining. We're getting people off the streets. Crime is lower than it's been in over a decade.
Breed's statistics paint a picture of positive change during her tenure, but she admits numbers don't tell the whole story.
People think that, numbers are one thing, and if you don't feel safe or if something happens to you, they don't matter. In major cities, things are gonna happen, but here's the difference. We now have a different kind of response. We now, when those crimes are committed, people are getting arrested. They're getting prosecuted. They're getting provided with second chances if they're struggling with addiction, but there's accountability. And I think that has been the game changer for us and why we're seeing such a difference.
I never thought the opportunity to be mayor of the city and county of San Francisco was ever possible.
Breed is the 45th mayor of San Francisco and the first Black woman elected to that office. But perhaps more informing to her legacy, she became the city's first mayor in 5 decades who attended public school in San Francisco.
I think it was not just about being Black, but being someone who grew up in poverty in this city and had, the kinds of experiences I had. I mean, I grew up in the midst of the crack epidemic, there was gun violence, there was loss, there was hopelessness, there was poverty. I mean, every decision that I made had everything to do with understanding when people have had to live like that, like I've lived, like in fear, that, the city and government can be transformative in helping to change, and save lives. We have one of our lowest numbers of encampments that we had even since before the pandemic. People wanted to see things right away, and I understand and respect that because I felt the same way. But I'm so glad that people are starting to see the difference.
While the most recent federal count shows fewer people are sleeping outside, that same count shows an increase in the number of homeless people without permanent housing. While the city continues to fall well short of state-mandated housing goals, Breed says recent changes will help her accomplish her goal of creating more places to live in San Francisco.
The stuff we've done here on the local level will have impacts after I leave office for housing production in San Francisco, and there's nothing that could be done to stop these units from being built when in the past the obstruction was always at the local level.
Obviously, there's a new mayor. There are several new members of the Board of Supervisors as well that are going to be coming in. What is your advice for those incoming leaders?
There's a lot of new people that are very, green. And I think what's more important is, I think it's probably don't act like you know everything. Mayors and supervisors, they come and go, but whenever you're in a leadership position and you're fortunate enough to be able to serve in this capacity, make it about the city and not necessarily about yourself.
In San Francisco, Noelle Bellow, KRON 4 News.